Good Monday, PHHE 315. Had to think about which class I was addressing here. So this is going to be a real short and sweet announcement. You guys really have the nuts and bolts of the class down by now, so I don't think I need to tell you too much. There is a discussion board and a journal post due this week. You know the drill for those. The journal post is, I'm sorry, the journal entry is pretty open. I would just encourage you to kind of put down your thoughts as you're getting close to the end. Think back on where you've come from, where you were when you began on your change, whether or not your change completely fell flat or whether you've made great change and gotten really inspired. Either way, it's important to kind of assess where you are as you are nearing the end of the semester. I mean, hopefully that won't be the end of the behavior change effort for you in your life, but hopefully you have reached the goal that you set out to reach. So that's the journal. The discussion post is pretty, I tried to make it, I don't want to say easy, but it's not going to require a lot of time for you to read something lengthy or watch something lengthy. It should be very straightforward for this week. That said, make sure you're still using proper grammar and just writing well so that you can get full points for that. You probably saw the post that I put up for you, the announcement that I posted last week, that week 11 quiz. Was that what it was? The last quiz that we had was going to be counted as extra credit. So the way that Blackboard works with extra credit when you're using weighted grade totals is a little bit silly. It's kind of a goofy system. I can't just make the quiz out of 0 points. So your extra credit points from that quiz have been applied to quiz 7. Week 7 quiz, I guess is the way I should say it. So check that. And there was one person who was exempted from that quiz. If you are that person, then your points are applied to the week 2 quiz. So you should see, if you had looked at your grade recently enough to know what it was, your total weighted course grade, you should see a jump in that. Probably not a real large jump, but you actually will see a bump in it if you are one who did take that quiz and get some points from it. That quiz is the one that was used for extra credit, is no longer included in the categorization for final grades now. Please make sure that you have, I know I've mentioned this several times, but go back and look at that parts of the paper PowerPoint with audio, or read the transcript if you would like some supplemental information about the paper. You probably are getting to the point where you, I hope, are getting into writing it. But I realize that, things do tend to get put off when you're a student in your position and have lots of other stuff to do. Next week is Thanksgiving, and as you know, you have nothing for this course next week. I'm giving you the whole week off, quote unquote off, but I'm hoping that will give you time. Monday and Tuesday, NIU is in session. So if you have time those days, I would use those to work on the paper, because I also, I can't answer in-depth questions for all of you, like on the few days before the paper is due. I mean, I can do my best, but if you do have questions, or if you run into a substantial question that you need an answer from me on, you need to build in a little bit of wiggle room time for that to get a response back from me. that's all I've got for you this week. Everyone's doing well. If you have any questions, post them. Reach out to me if there's anything I can do to help you with the paper or otherwise in the course. Okay, that's it for now. Hold on, I want to check one other thing here. Sorry, just remembered I was going to. Okay, yep, just want to check. So have a great week and have a great Thanksgiving because I won't post an announcement next week. Well, maybe I will. I don't think I was planning on it, but I haven't totally gotten there yet. So you may not hear from me next week, but if you don't, have a wonderful Thanksgiving break with your family, if your friends, although I know a lot of times it's so close to the end of the semester, you're like, I'm not going to have a Thanksgiving. I'm going to be studying and writing papers, etc., etc. So hopefully that's not the case, but I wish you all the best and see you after break. Bye-bye.